Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Argentina versus Cape Verde. Very, very, very well fought from Cape Verde. Anyway, let's get into this one. So before we start, Lisandro Martinez, he has the ball. And to be honest, Cape Verde are quite deep. Everything is okay, but the only problem is the great man himself, Messi. And I do think in this case, just drop back a bit. Drop back a bit. Reason being is because Messi, what he'll do, he'll just hover offside, and then we know Lisandro Martinez is very good at distributing the ball from a long distance. And that's one thing you should watch out for. If Lisandro Martinez is on the ball and he has space, please, whoever you're marking, stay close with him. He's probably going to play it long. And if we're to be honest, all in a line, these two are just slightly higher up. If they were just, even him, if he just drops deeper and just goes along with his line, the player that's here, if he just drops deeper and goes along with his line, he would be much better. I know he's worried about the player, but trust me, if he sticks where he is, even if Lisandro Martinez played the ball to him, the ball has to travel. And by the time it's reaching him, he'll probably be even much more cute, probably be able to go even much more closer to him than he actually is. So, yeah, that's so Lisandro Martinez, boom, he receives the ball. You see, at this point, no one has taken note of Messi. Number 14, I do expect him to just, how can I say this? You should be aware of that. Either shout for your teammate or you take up this responsibility. You do not leave the great man like this alone, unmarked. So, Lisandro Martinez has enough time. Look at him. And then, as they say, the run dictates the pass. You see, Lisandro Martinez, he holds on to the ball. When he sees Messi, he says starts turning. When he starts making the run, boom, the ball is played. And still, everyone's focus is on Alessandro. No one no one's eyes on Messi. And it's only up until the last moment when the ball is played, he's now free and can do whatever he wants. But this is still a great finish because the ball is coming. He takes a touch. I think I'm not going to be too critical on the goalkeeper. The only thing I do wish you could do, he just either just rush for the ball or just stay up. Between the two, I would have been okay. And that's a very good finish. Let's head on to the next goal of the match. Somewhere along here. All right, so this is a goal that Cape Verde score. Okay, he's this side, so I'm assuming he's going to go for the ball. But to be honest, I would prefer he just actually goes back because here that space is dangerous. So yeah, just go drop back up until you probably reach this point, the 18-yard line, or just near there, and then you can make a decision. But this gap is too big. You're asking for trouble. The Cape Verde player has the ball. He takes it wide. Cool, no problem. He rushes out, even much better. Here, he has too much space. He has too much space. And then if we look here, um, I don't think this is McAllister. He came on late in the second half. Anywho, he has the ball. He has space. Someone has to cover. He can easily come here and take that space away from him because here it's two players. The player that's here can drop back just for the sake of helping, or not even too close to them, but just to cover the space that Lisandro Martinez would have left if he went to deal with this ball earlier. That's all I can say. Because as he's in too much space. He takes his time, this is just too much space. He can easily rush out and then his other teammates can deal with the ball that can come in. He should rush in quicker. In fact, even he can go and deal with this because people will say, no, what if the ball gets played? He can quickly rush to that in this case, but someone has to mark him, either Alessandro Martinez or the player that's here. Boom, he plays a pass, and then this is actually a really good finish. It goes in between the legs of Lisandro Martinez, and then I don't know if it bobbles or it just goes slightly above the goalkeeper's legs, but great finish nonetheless. Otherwise, let's head on to the next, goal of the match. Very good goalkeeper. All right, so what's this? Header. Sorry, corner. Uh, man near the third. I would want him to be here. I would want him to be here because his starting position is it's not in the best place. Because example, if the ball deflects and it goes straight to him, right? He can shoot it back, and then he would be too far. I would want him to be here so that he can immediately rush towards the player because where he is, it doesn't really give him the best chance. to go for it. All right, so now let's look at the box. First of all, no man on the post. I'm a person that likes to have a man on the post. And then McAllister, I think this is McAllister. He gets first contact. And then one, two, three, four, five, six Cape Verde players on one side. And then they're occupying three Argentinian defenders. They could be better spread out if I'm to be honest. But let's not be too hypercritical because this was in the 91st minute. People are tired. And yeah, you know what? It happens. Sometimes it just happens. Lisandro Martinez coming off the back post. Is it back post or just coming in from a bit deeper? I do wish they were more spread out because, okay, he's marking him, but then he gets first contact. He should be much closer. He's with him. These two players are marking each other. Either one of them can go and position themselves either here or here. But remember, 91st minute, I don't want to be too hypercritical, but I'm just saying, I'm just mentioning a few things, if I can, humbly say that. Argentina get the first contact, and then here, I think the Cape Verde player gets it. All right, so Lisandro Martinez gets the ball. I have a feeling if this was Messi, they would be rushing much quicker. And when it's a different player that's going for a shot like this, maybe if it was an attacker, maybe they would have been a bit quicker to get to him. But Lisandro Martinez takes a touch, and by the time they are coming, it's too late. Wonderful. Man on the post. And the reason why I'm saying man on the post is if we go back here, you have seen if there was a man on the post here, right? I know I'm being a bit, but I do love having a man on the post. Boom. He would have been in the best starting position, and mind you, he just falls over. If he doesn't fall over, he probably covers the shot. If there's a man on the post, he's rushing to block this Martinez shot. And then again, we were not also expecting him to go to the near post. Boom. And then you see that stutter step from the Cape Verde player. Here, he can rush very quickly towards or just try to cut out that angle. But look what he does. Yeah. Papa stutter. I don't know, it's like a stutter step or something. He stretches his leg instead of like planting it so that he can probably push off it and run. Yeah, but oof, what a strike from Lisandro Martinez. And then let's head on to the goal of the match, maybe even goal of the tournament. Cape Verde have the ball. Boom. He's in tons of space. But to be honest, I wouldn't really be worried because ball has to travel. And yeah, and mind you, 102nd minute, people are tired. He receives the ball. And then he just rushes. He gives him that. He doesn't even have to rush out like this. He just okay. I understand. He's rushing out, but then he's beaten too easily because all his momentum, he's going this way, and then the Cape Verde player says, "Vroom." And then by that time, his player or the player backing him up has gone. Why is it the player? So he's here. I'd want him maybe just slightly in front because it gives him a quicker. If he's probably somewhere here, it gives him those few extra. He can cover the distance quicker. Mind you, people are tired. At this point, people are tired. And then by the time he's coming, but still, you know what? He still does a lot. And mind you, before we even go further, he's unmarked. And then there are two players here, free. But you know what? People are tired, but still, this finish. Vroom. Oof. One more time. Oof. Last time. For real this time. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot. And also the way that the Argentina player ducks, if he goes to that face first, he turns. He turns. He should have just gone straight to that. Because if you turn, you change the way your body is facing the ball, and most likely the ball just zip right past you. Great finish. I said that was the last time. I was joking. Vroom. What a goal. Anyway, let's head on to Argentina's goal, the winning goal. Very painful. Messi on the corner. You've seen the two Argentinian players here. All right, you've seen now that he's in a better position. So in case the ball comes to him, he can immediately go to pressure that. So now these two Argentinian players end up. So what happens is these two end up slipping in between the two defenders. So now there are two players close to each other, and there's no Cape Verde player in the middle. 110 minutes. People are tired, but that's why I don't. Is it game management or I should say I don't know. I know Romero gets to it quick. No, he gets to it first. As you can see, by the time the boy is arriving, there's no play in the middle. This could be something that could be solved with a shout or just, I don't know. I mean, this is the first tournament of Cape Verde, but they played so well. Here, I could just say maybe just a bit more concentration. They could have been able to just get someone in between, just to stir up that momentum, and then probably just track them, track them, just track them, and then hopefully you get something, or you just disturb their momentum as they're going to jump for the ball. That's a good header. That's a really good header. Here it is once again. And then actually, I got surprised because I think that deflection aids the ball. And also, one thing I also noticed when I was watching this match is the throw in. So, okay, Bird won a throw in the last minutes of the game, and then instead of just getting the men into the box first and then deciding to cross it, they played it quick. And by the time the player got the ball, there was an Argentinian player to block him. And then by the time he wanted to make a cross, the ball went out, and then the ref played for, see, I mean, signaled for full time. On a different, maybe, but that's the whole point. Getting experience. This is a very big experience. This is a big lesson that they've learned. And trust me, this will probably lead to a public holiday in their country. But congratulations to Cape Verde. I know they've lost the game, but they've showed so much fight against Argentina to take the game into extra time. And mind you, they are undefeated within 90 minutes. Is it undefeated in 90 minutes? Anyway, I don't care. But still, congratulations to Cape Verde, and hopefully they come back in the next World Cup. And, with more experience. And another thing I would like to note before I even finish is that I do feel they were overplaying it a bit. They were taking much more passes than, there would be certain situations where they could cross the ball earlier, but they would make a pass, another pass, another pass. I do think they could have quickened that up by just getting the ball in early. And if there's anything else I'd like to note, is the manager set up very well. The team was solid defensively. They did very well. I know they conceded three, but trust me, Argentina had to struggle to score those same three goals. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Mind you, Argentina scored with corners. Corner, corner, corner. I'm kidding. See you. Peace.